baby, we got a weird one for you this week. We're live on Zoom.
That's right. It's a Tuesday episode. We're talking about Turkey Day. We're talking about spooky seconds. We're talking about Meatball getting in a fight with her friend. And we have got a chat room and a Zoom call full of Mom Plus Gold listeners and subscribers.
And they're all hot and sexy. So if you want to be hot and sexy, don't forget to join Mom Plus Gold.
That's right.
Oh.
Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy seconds. Oh, diva. Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppysecondspod@gmail.com. Now on with the show. Hi, you sloppy, stupid little fucks, you nasty little fucks, you dirty little fucks. Welcome to Sloppy Second to Big Dirty Meatball, and that's Big Dipper.
the girls don't like the 80, Diva. The girls don't like the 80.
That's not my fault. I was told by Kevin, hot Kevin, Titty Kevin.
Titty
Mustache,
Kevin.
Titty Kevin.
Oh,
80
Titty Kevin,
is
Bulge
better.
Kevin,
Titty
Tease Kevin.
Bulge Kevin, yes.
Kevin, who did not get great reviews when he came on our show.
Well, now whose fault is that? But
His, and he knows it.
sometimes people get nervous, and you can't help that in the room.
No,
He's
I think
better
he-
at editing and recording himself because
He
he
knows
can,
his
edit
skill
it
set.
and record it.
I'll show
he
you the
knows to get
text.
them
He says, I know. He did offer to take over for me when I died and to partner with you.
I need someone mean.
No, two means don't make a right.
But it makes a lot of fun. It makes a lot of nervous energy in a room. You know what I mean?
Don't make it right. Tell me what you're up to.
Today, I have been cleaning up the house, getting ready to take on December hard. I've said yes to every gig in December.
Oh,
because I
what
took
are you
all of October-
buying?
I'm not buying anything. Well, I paid for that Airbnb for my parents' house. That was goddamn near $3,000. So I gotta do stuff. I gotta do everything. So
Yes,
on
we are all
December-
everybody on the Zoom call whose eyes went huge when you said you spent $3,000 on an Airbnb for your family. Everybody's eyes bulged out.
Good. Well, Merry Christmas, Nikki. I hope she sees this. No, so I'm doing, I'm just doing like every fucking pop up, every show. I want to do more stand up comedy, like get the work in, get the practice in of doing that.
Oh,
So
so you're
I'm trying
gonna
to do-
prepare instead
Yeah,
of
I'm gonna
just-
actually prepare and do stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I like my version of doing stand up comedy better than yours, which is just you walk up on stage with a sheet of paper and bomb. But we have two different styles, I guess.
we all
Alice
remember
liked that one. Alice liked that one.
Now, for those who are listening at home, we are doing another one of our special Mom Plus Gold shows. So the audio is available to everyone listening, but for Mom Plus Gold folks, they are in the chat. They are on the Zoom call. There's a skeleton dressed up with Mardi Gras beads and a Santa hat
Wait,
sitting
I gotta
and
do
waving
gallery
at
view.
us.
Oh my God, Morticia Badams. Oh my goodness.
Do you know what speaking of Santa
What have
hat,
you been up to? Because you did recently lie about your location for a good week.
And do you have an issue with that? Can I show you what I did this morning?
Yeah, sure.
I met Santa.
Yeah, you did. Okay, what I'm seeing for those at home is a older gentleman with a beard and a Santa hat, a green screen backdrop, and he's wearing a harness, and his nipple ring is hanging right out of that harness. It's
Now, can
fighting
you
its way.
Do you see? Can you zoom in to? I don't think
Can
you can
I
actually.
zoom in? You're in charge.
Oh yeah, I don't think you can actually see it.
Oh, he's got his little hand right on your thigh.
But this part of this part of the underwear is
Ooh,
like barely. There is cock. When I tell you he sat down and his cock fell out of his shorts. And then I was like, sir, I'm trying to put this picture on Instagram. And he kind of just, you know how like
He
when you're
grabbed
in
your
the
leg.
bed, you know how you're in the bed and you tuck yourself in, but you just do it right up to the top part that you need. He just tucked just a little bit of the short fabric
Oh.
over the top of the dick head.
Was this at that claw thing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, everyone's there.
And what's funny is I've done this before. I've been the Santa at like a queer event and posed with, people.
You like being known as the old man,
Well, I was young Santa. I was young and hip
young
Santa.
hot Santa. Well, how was Claw? I heard that there was a fisting demonstration on Thanksgiving Day, so it was more like you eat some turkey and then you go watch a turkey get stuffed.
Well, as you have pointed out, I was not in town. So I just got back and I went down there.
And you landed and were like, before I head home, before I drop off anything, I'm gonna go straight to the Claw event. Maybe
No,
fist
I
a couple
landed
people.
yesterday, drove to Mark's house, did a weight training session, went and got a pedicure, went home, and then I went to Tough last night.
Oh, I keep getting emails about Tough. Is it fun?
It was unique.
Unique?
It's a party. If you look online, all of the promotional photos, everyone looks like an Adonis. Everyone is muscly. It is pow, 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 8-packs, titty pops. Like it is, everyone is like so muscly. And when I was there, that was kind of the case. And what I witnessed, I'm not trying to speak ill, but what I witnessed was the party photographer was only taking pictures of people with muscles.
Mm.
And so I
I
felt
hate that.
excited to go, and I saw people that I knew and I had a really lovely time. But I communicated to someone, I was like, if I were to just research this party online, I don't know that I would be interested in going because it looks like it's not for me.
Who is
And
the
you don't
photographer?
necessarily. I don't know the photographer. I don't know the
Okay.
party promoter. I don't know anyone involved. And so I'm kind of speaking out of my ass here. But I did feel like I was like, oh, they're purposely sort of setting, turning the camera away or pretending to check the settings anytime there's chubby people around. And then they were really photographing the muscly people.
That's sick. That's sick. It's so annoying.
So, I mean,
And you know what's so funny is that I do the opposite of my party. I'm like,
I
you
know.
gotta get pictures of all the fucking chubbos, and then if people ask, then they can get a picture.
But that's the thing. So they have every right to curate the kind of party in the space that they want to. And like I said, I felt very welcome there. I had a nice time. I talked to friends. I linked up with people that I knew. So I had a as you would say, Meatball, I had a wonderful
Had a wonderful time.
I had a wonderful time. But there was a little bit of internal going on, an internal narrative about that. And I will say it is kind of,
He was at a party called Tough. Where was that?
it's at Bardot, which is above Avalon in Hollywood. The venue is really
You
cool.
Literally could have been speaking a different language. I've never heard of any of that.
But what I will say is I sent myself into my own sort of mental spiral about it because everyone is so in shape and so beautiful.
Then don't go.
Right, but I'm saying I wanted to check it out.
Our optometrist is back. Yeah.
And-
well, you know what I went and checked out? Sorry, I'll let you finish. I'm sorry. I know I cut you off a lot.
Well,
but
I
didn't
just
know where
don't
that
want.
was gonna end up.
If they hear anything, I don't want them to think I'm speaking ill of the party. I'm just saying that the narrative I saw was that, even though no one was outwardly rude or mean to me. Does
So
that make
no
sense?
one was sitting in a hot tub and going, "That guy sucks."
He seems mean.
That guy seems mean. So I recently went to a party called Club Cherub, which I had never actually.
What is the word you're
attended.
saying?
Club Chub.
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 What did it sound like? I said. I said
It
Club
sounded
Chub.
like you said cherub or cheer up.
Cherub Charlie's. Club
Cherub.
Chub.
Yeah,
And
on Sundays, right?
and not every Sunday. It's the Sunday following Fat Slut, I think, or the next week. Anyway, I went, and I will tell you,
You had a wonderful time.
I had a wonderful time. Second floor of its precinct is on the second floor, and I was very worried about the place came on in. That is a party for Chub. Oh, there's big bodies there, big old bodies. And some of the big boys were horny. I was over by the food counter just watching this man get his titties sucked on by two separate people, and then he recognized me and he was like, "You want a little?" And I was like, "I don't know, wipe it off with an alcohol wipe. I'm not trying to suck on someone else's saliva." But while I
But
was
then
there,
you did. Sorry, but then you did suck on his titties.
no, by the time I had ordered my food and he went
But
and
you were
washed
sucking
his-
on his titties, or
No, I never sucked on his titties.
But
I
you did some
watched.
titty sucking, or what
I didn't
happened?
do any titty sucking, but I
Okay.
would have. But he was washing. I ordered my food and I walked away. Now, I did get into a fight with someone there, a close friend of mine.
Shock and surprise, please.
Well, guess what?
Earth-shattering
It wasn't me.
news.
It wasn't me that started the fight. We were discussing because
Before
you
you tell your story, do you remember when you got kicked out of precinct for starting a fight with two random straight people, and you were like, "You don't belong here. We don't want your
do
kind
remember
here."
that, and it wasn't like that. It was just interesting that two straight people came into precinct, and right at the entryway is where the bar is, and he had lifted his girlfriend up onto the bar, so she was sitting on it, straddling him, making out where people order drinks, like at the well on the mat.
Yes.
And I just walked up after seeing them cause a scene, and I said, "This is a gay bar. Maybe take that outside or something."
Maybe take that outside.
There's numerous other places in that bar that you can sit and make out. There's places in that bar where you can fuck secretly.
Where?
I'm not supporting that. I don't support that.
Where?
Well, at Club Chub, they find every corner.
Okay.
You hide behind a wall of bodies. Now, anyway, so yes, I was asked to leave precinct, and I said, "Can I go out the back door?" And they let me leave out the back with my dignity.
And
now-
your drink.
And my I've done that twice. And I've gotten home and I've just had like a drink in my cup holder. And I was like, if a police officer would have pulled me over. Anyway, we were talking about RuPaul's Drag Race and how they're casting the new season. And they said that the only way people get casts on there is by luck, pure luck.
Who said?
I'm not going to say it out loud.
Okay.
'cause
Oh,
they
a
don't-
friend of yours. We're back
a
to how
friend
you
of mine.
and
We're
your
back to
friend
how I got into
okay.
a fight. We got into a fight. And they were like, it's only luck. Like, people only get on that show by luck. And I was like, you think that they go through a rigorous casting process and make all these people send in their tapes and then they just pull a name out of a hat? And she was like, yeah, or else why wouldn't I have gotten on? And I was like, bonk, bonk.
Oh, because
bonk,
what was
is now time
flashing
for
in front
truth?
of your what was flashing in front of your face was you're bad and you have no backstory.
So I just said, there's no way it's purely luck. It's they cast it based on creating like a storyline and like they need to know what skills you're good at and they like build it out before the show happens.
Yeah,
and then
and
they
if
were
you
like,
took the
my friend
crown-
who was on was so lucky to get on. And I was like, yes, they are lucky that they got on, but it wasn't luck that got them on. It was their work ethic and everything they had done up until that point. And they were like, no, it's luck. It's luck. It's luck of the draw. They just did it. And I was like, if it was luck of the draw every season, we would be getting the most random ass forward cast every single time. It wouldn't make any sense. And they were like, they just kept on screaming about how it was luck. And it just doesn't make sense to me that you can like watch that show and think that it's not heavily crafted and edited and storyboarded before they even get on.
So did you kick them out of your car or where did
No,
the
but
fight
they
happen?
said no, this happened in the bar.
Oh, okay.
And then they were like, well, because I was going to drive them home. They were like, I'll take the public transit home. And then they stormed out of the bar.
So do you think you're going to repair this relationship?
It's already repaired. You know, sometimes your drunk friends act drunk and then they leave.
Do you think Do you think they were saying it was luck to try to convince themselves that they're better than they are? That's a hot button question. I'm sorry.
That's a hot button and I'm not pressing it.
Sean says yes. All right,
You know
let's
what?
take a
We're going to take a break on that one.
Weight Loss by Hims is here to help you reach your goals.
Hims now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications that are designed to support you in losing the weight and keeping it off, including the Wegovy pill and the Wegovy pen.
GLP-1s help regulate your appetite and eat less.
With Wegovy at Hims, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise.
And no needles needed. Wegovy is the first ever GLP-1 pill for weight loss.
And through Hims, you can just go online where you'll connect with a licensed provider who will determine if the treatment is right for you.
No insurance necessary either, and if prescribed, your medication is delivered right to your door.
Ready to reach your goals? Visit hims.com/sloppyseconds to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you.
That's HIMS.com/sloppyseconds.
hims.com/sloppyseconds.
Weight Loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS.
To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com.
We all have days when we want to eat well, but just don't have the time or the energy to plan, shop, and cook.
That's exactly where Factor comes in. They deliver fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs right to your door.
With Factor, you can stay on track with your nutrition goals, whether that's high protein, balanced meals, or overall wellness, without any extra effort.
The meals are fresh, never frozen, and ready in just 2 minutes, which makes it easy to fit into your routine.
You know, I love coming home after a long day and having a tasty and filling Factor meal. It's waiting for me, and I don't have to worry about shopping. It's quick and easy, and one less thing I need to think about when I get home.
You know, I'm feral for fish right now, and I always get my fix with Factor. I recently had their scampi-styled shrimp and salmon, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint.
So get Factor today and start enjoying delicious and nutritious meals.
Head to factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50off and use code sloppyseconds50off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only, while supplies last until September 27th, 26. See website for more details.
That's factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50, like the number, off. Sloppy Seconds 50 off. You know, lately I have been trying to keep my wardrobe simple. I want pieces that are comfortable, but they still feel like put together like an outfit, and that's why I'm always reaching for my Quince items.
The fabric feels elevated, the fits are clean, and Quince makes getting dressed so easy.
Quince has all the staples for spring, like 100% European linen shirts and shorts starting at just $34.
They're lightweight and breathable, but still look polished. I have a bunch of their Pima cotton tees, and they're super soft and easy to wear and very breathable for the summer for the sweaty body.
I just rediscovered this pair of linen shorts that I have that are so comfortable from Quince. You know when like something gets buried accidentally? I pulled these out and I was like, what have I been doing? Not wearing these!
And the linen doesn't wrinkle.
Period.
Plus, everything is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands because Quince works directly with ethical factories and cuts out the middleman.
Refresh your everyday with luxury you'll actually use.
Go to quince.com/sloppy for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too.
That's QUINCE.com/sloppy for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/sloppy.
Get yourself some Pima cotton!
Quince.
Quince. At Quince.
If you love to shop, listen up! Have you heard of Rakuten?
With Rakuten, you get cash back and rewards on almost everything you buy. Just from shopping.
Exactly. Clothes, athletic wear, pet supplies. I'm talking about Gap, Adidas, and even Petco.
So I can buy a look, get new shoes, snag the cat some cute toys, and get cash back.
That's right. And you can even stack those rewards on top of sales and coupons.
That's cool.
It is cool.
But how does it work?
Well, partner stores pay Rakuten to send them shoppers, and then Rakuten passes on some of that money to the members.
Rakuten is really doing the most, huh? Love it.
Yeah, in the best possible way. Plus, Rakuten has 17 million members who are already saving. So, you can become one of them today.
Join for free at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app to start saving money now.
That's Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app today.
And get yourself some Rakuten. And we're back.
I was on the internet, and I was I think I was maybe on Twitter, and I was looking at videos, and all of a sudden, an interview with a certain congressperson came up,
Yeah.
and they have a striking resemblance to you.
Uh-huh.
And on this video, that person then proceeded to peel a banana with their foot,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
in their underwear
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I had to give it to him.
on the internet.
Yep, yep, yep.
Now I'm curious about the dot of liquid on your crotch in the
Not
underwear.
a dot of liquid. Not a
Now,
dot
were
of
you
liquid.
pre-coming? Were you pre-coming for the
I was-
girls on Twitter?
I was coming for the girls on Twitter. No, I didn't notice that until I was editing it, and then I like looked at the underwear. There's
I
a
was
small,
looking, I was like,
there's like a small rip, and I didn't notice that. And so in certain parts of it, if I spread my legs a certain way,
me
my
pull the
balls
video.
would show through it. So I had to like edit around that.
and you never thought Sean's back. Did you never?
I
thought,
didn't have any more bananas to change underwears and redo it.
and redo it, honey.
I only had the 5 bananas I purchased. It was a longer clip too, but I put condoms on the bananas with my toes, and and then Michael came down and was watching it when I was editing it, and he goes, "People are gonna jerk off to this. This is like foot porn." And I was like, "Oh, is it?" I didn't. It was just like when I used to dress up like a baby all the time, and Vander had to tell me that there's like a diaper fetish, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, I had no idea."
Yeah. Well, you really gave it to him because you said, "Let me."
Well, okay, can I
Give
tell
you
you
the
the
feet
suit, the pants that didn't match? Well, I had just gotten a pedicure, so I needed the people to see.
See, I
Um,
knew that. I watched this video and I was like, "Yeah, she probably got her feet done." And then she said, "I'll put them on camera."
Yeah, I did earlier that day. But the pants, I didn't want to get the pants dirty because getting a suit dry cleaned is like,
Look at your hands. Look at your hands just floating because you're so focused on your feet and your toes.
it was. I mean, everybody try to peel a banana with your feet. It's not easy.
Now this image up top, honey. That's,
Oh
that's-
yeah, you know I got 2 angles. You know I had the iPad on the floor and the cell phone on my cat stand.
Now everyone who can see this in the video, if you look at the lower shot, that's where the little
That's where it
liquid
looks like a
dot-
pee stain is, but it's not. It's just like a little tear in the underwear. But
I
they're
was-
those mesh undies, so it's more like a I don't know how to describe it, like worn away.
I want to let you know that I know exactly how this position feels in your body. This is for me when I'm on an airplane and I
gotta
am
get
holding my cell phone and then it falls to the floor and
You
I'm
go-
filled with dread because I know that I am nowhere near flexible and far too fat to bend over forward and pick up my cell phone.
I wish
so
I, could,
I have to
'cause you
take
gotta
my
do that
feet.
thing where you go.
I gotta take my feet and I gotta kick that little phone to the center and then I gotta tip it up and then I gotta pinch it with my toes and then I just lift my feet up with my heels on the ground and I just go give one good forward and I grab it with my little pinchers
And then the girl sitting right next to you is pencil thin. She got her knees up in the seat. She's like kind of hanging out, curled up around herself, and you're like, well, how do you even do that?
Wow.
There
Well-
it is. I peeled. You know what? I peeled 5 bananas with my little toesies. So
And
I'm
I'll
a
tell
little
you
dexterous
this.
girl.
My favorite part of the video is this foot shot at the end when all of them are mashed to the ground and you said, "This reminds me of my tap dancing days on Broadway." And you give the old time
I
step
give him the
back.
double time step,
That really.
and
got
then I had
me.
to clean it up. Oh, what's the views at on that? Oh, I could just look on my phone.
It looks like 8.6 thousand.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah. What'd you want it to be at 1 million?
No,
You're not gonna go viral every time.
no. I mean, that one was like so half-assed. I edited it in like 30 minutes. Like, it doesn't matter. But I just thought it would be fun to get it up and out before SNL happens today.
Oh yeah, girl. They'll get Bowen. They'll get Harvey. They'll get all your girlfriends to do that character before you.
I know, that's fine though. I wanted to talk about something else. You
for
go.
Thanksgiving.
Okay, so I went to Precinct for Thanksgiving. We had like an employee kind of close friends get together at Precinct. Sorry if you
Oh,
worked
they
there
were
and
like-
you weren't invited.
They were vetting you for new bar ownership buy-in.
I would. I'm still thinking about it. I think because someone
You
was telling me-
basically bought 2% of the bar, paying for your parents' Airbnb. You know what I mean?
Okay, shut up. I shouldn't have said that number. It's the tequila talking. No. I would buy in. Someone was telling me if you buy a successful bar, that it can only go down. So why not buy a bar that's struggling? Not that Precinct is struggling, but like
No, then you find another bar.
find another bar.
No, I'm saying Precinct is successful.
It is successful. So I need to go into another bar, but like Redline is closing or whatever, so they're out of the picture. There's
Whoa.
no other gay
Bullet?
bars really.
Bullet's
Bullet's
successful.
doing fine. It's successful. They got that
Yeah.
men's alley now.
Buy a bar in Houston. Pull a Trixie and buy one out of state.
Well, I don't have Trixie money. That bitch is rich.
She is so rich.
It's crazy. And you know what's even crazier?
What?
She's like 1 year older than me.
And you know what's crazier? Is she has
She's
gotten
so skin.
nicer.
She used to be mean, but now she's
Yeah,
super nice.
the
and
richer
I know
she
and
is,
it's
the
crazy because
nicer
I
she's
know it's
gotten.
fake.
No, I don't think it's nice. I don't think it's fake. I think it's like she's literally like, I'm so rich, I don't need to be mean
There's
to
no
people to
competition.
like get to what I want. So
I
can
just watched a video.
like
where
I can
Trisha
do
Paytas
whatever I
didn't
want,
even
so I
real-
might as well be nice. Sorry, go ahead.
Trisha Paytas didn't even realize that Trixie was on RuPaul's Drag Race. She just goes, "Oh, I thought she was like RuPaul, just like one of the most famous drag queens, and was amazing." And then the guy she was interviewing was like, "No, she had to do Drag Race twice to win." Okay, so I made a delicious. What were you gonna say?
You are.
I
finishing
made
your
a.
story.
I saw your food. You sent me a picture of your food. And you know what? It looked like there was no seasoning on it at all.
Are you kidding?
Put up the picture of the food. Let the audience be let the audience judge. So I made
be the chat.
be the judge. I made a delicious rosemary and garlic vegan mashed potatoes. I made my family's famous pumpkin cheesecake. I made a tofurkey. Well, Michael made a tofurkey and cornbread stuffing. And what else did I make? Oh, I made a mushroom gravy. And I'll tell you what, not any of my food was left. My whole cheesecake was gone by the end of the day. Everyone
Well,
ate
your
it.
cheesecake is so good.
I know, it's so good that I have the recipe framed right here on the wall.
And you won't give it to me.
I gave it to you, and you and your damn family fucked it up.
Okay, the
Okay,
first thing
Those
I
look like they
made-
came out of a can.
Are you kidding? No, if they came out of can, they would be prettier. These
Audience,
are
thumbs up, thumbs down. Alice gave it a thumbs up.
these are banana walnut.
Okay, Adriana, well, no one trusts you.
These are banana.
Okay, thank you, Sean. Thumbs down.
No, these are banana walnut cinnamon rolls. And what this doesn't have
Jack says, look
pictured
at plain.
is the frosting, which was in the fridge.
Prostate.
Frosting.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay,
I got
next,
hunger.
show us
I
the-
got hunger FF to prolapse on it with the frosting out. Okay.
Next, show us the vegetable display.
I know why you think, and then I was responsible for all of the vegetables that we ate, and I know why you're gonna say these don't look like they have seasoning, because they don't look like they have seasoning.
Audience,
Because there's not a lot
thumbs
of
up, thumbs down.
pepper. on
Ryan
that.
said a bunch of dots. But
Zoom
pepper,
in. Okay.
rosemary, cut up garlic, hard pass.
Okay,
People are
this
saying,
is
girl,
this is
choices.
garlic and ginger and salt, pepper.
where are the
and-
herbs? Jack says. Is it raw still? Yes, that's all still raw. This is
And
before
then
it went in
this
the oven.
this got parsley. The root vegetables got parsley added to it, and
Boston
salt.
Market.
These were good. Are you kidding? And then this was a garlic and parmesan encrusted Brussels sprouts. These were the hit of the whole thing. Just because it doesn't have like red paprika on it doesn't mean they're not
I don't know.
seasoned.
If you were to look at the chat, where no one's in there, no one's loving it. I will say my garlic butter that I made for my mashed potatoes was a little too garlicky. A little too garlicky. But I love a garlic mashed potato. Who cares?
Yeah.
You ever
I
done that
love-
where you chop up the garlic and you put it in the butter and then you put it in the oven on warm for like 2 hours? And then I, of course, chopped up rosemary and stuck it in there too. And then when it was time to make the mashed potatoes, I strained out all the heavy stuff and then poured the butter in, mixed it up with some vegan whipping cream, which is, I think, just cornstarch and water, really. And it was delicious.
Deliciosa.
Delicious.
I see some people pulling faces, but that's fine. I understand they're team you when it comes to cooking.
I can't help it that I know my way around a kitchen because my mom was a chef.
A chef?
Yeah, my mom has 2 cookbooks.
Nicole does?
Just Nikki, never Nicole. Not short for anything. Just Nikki.
I had a friend who was Kate, not short for anything, just Kate.
Really?
Yeah, not Catherine, just Kate.
Just Kate.
So
What are some other names that seem like they should be nicknames but aren't?
I went down to
The cheesecake
Claw.
recipe is not in the cookbook. It's literally I'm the only person that has it.
It's
Zoom in.
framed. Zoom in.
Screenshot it.
Screenshot. I went down to Claw because I'm promoting
Drain your nut
Junior Nut
for.
4. And look, can you see? I collaged this artwork. I printed and taped and then I scanned it. It's like a zine.
No PMP.
So we're doing Drain Your Nut 4 on December 16th out in Duarte. And we've already sold 50
Yes,
tickets.
the most well-known city in all of California, Duarte. A beautiful trip down to. I was in Duarte this weekend. We had a nice stay. We stayed in the Motel 6.
It's actually a double tree out in Duarte.
Ah, okay. Is that where
Right
you
off.
stay?
Right off the highway. No, I
Is
drive
that where
home.
you? Is that where you were when you were in that hotel room? When you wouldn't tell me where you were?
I drive home because it's 18 minutes from my house. It's not that far away.
But you live in the middle of nowhere.
I was in a city. No, I'm not going to get into it where I was. So if you're in the Los Angeles area and you want to drain your nut, just know you can do it on December 16th. We're doing a daytime party, a nighttime party, and on Sunday.
It's giving ransom letter. I like that about it. It's kind of sneaky feeling.
Yeah, it's meant to be a zine. It is giving ransom letter. And all of the flyers are this big in person. What if I handmade all of them like Tammy Brown used to do with the drag
She would
brunch?
draw each single
Each
one and then
one.
hand them out. Damn it,
She didn't know about Kinko's. But on Sunday, Meatball, this might be your speed. We're doing a jerk off party.
That's not my speed at all.
Just sit there and jerk it.
I need someone to suck on these toes.
How do you feel about retail therapy?
I love it. I mean, and you know what? Amazon makes it so fucking easy. Also, this year, me and my family aren't fucking around with gifts. I said, if you don't make an Amazon wish list, you're not getting anything.
So you're gonna give all your money to Jeff Bezos and you're not gonna shop locally?
Well, if it's on there and I can go shop locally for it, like if I know what it is and I can go to a local mom and pop hardware store that has it, then I will.
You won't.
I did already.
You
Thank
did.
you. I went to Baller Hardware and I paid what? Twice as much for something.
Baller hardware is really great.
I don't understand why it's so expensive though.
Well, it's like the Erewhon of hardware stores.
Drain your nuts.
Plural. No, it's singular. There's just 3 different events: daytime, nighttime, beta group.
Now, do they have to pay for each event, or is it like Disney? If you buy like a pass in the morning, you can stay all day.
Well, there's 2 different passes. There's a weekend pass. There's a double header pass, and then single individual tickets. Morticia is shocked.
Why would people pay when there's like there's just like dick everywhere?
Well, the whole idea is that you walk into a space and there's like 80 other people who are all interested in having sex at the same time. Morticia's gonna go.
Morticia said, "I gotta go."
She said, "I'm coming to drain your nut." That's why. That's the whole appeal.
The dead body's coming.
That's right.
You know what's funny, Morticia, is that I've seen a lot of you. I was recently out in WeHo, and there were 6 of you passed out on the street.
When did you go out?
Just
What
skinny
night of the
little
week?
skeletons. It was a Monday
All
or
these Sephora managers and skinny
a
little
bunch of
skeletons.
Sephora managers, just BBL'd up and nothing else thick. It was like a Tuesday, and I was meeting up with Matthew Dean Stewart, the candle maker from New
Who's
York.
hot? You never said he was hot.
He's not hot to me, but I understand why you would think that. And he, we were out, and he was like, "Let's just meet at Trunks." And I was like, "I know you haven't been to LA in a while, but Trunks is not the place." And then we went to Trunks, and it was the place. But there was just like I was there early. Of course, I got there like right at 9:00 instead of getting there at 9:30 when they all actually arrived. So I was there for 30 minutes just watching these go-go's dance around while women spank them with whips.
Okay.
And they've redone the inside, but they haven't gotten rid of the smell.
What is the smell?
Old bar and piss.
You're like Put a tongue on my toes and let me huff that old bar and piss, and I'm good to go.
Now, why are you texting me in the middle of this?
Because we're going to talk about Dracula in just a moment, and I wanted us to have a shared...
Is anyone watching Dracula before we waste our time talking about it? Okay, you got a shaking a head no.
There's
Rocky
like
said
3
yes.
people, but the
There's
problem
like a
is
no.
this is a...
Maybe
this
we
is
could
an
add it on to the end. Like after
unbalanced
everyone leaves.
sample group.
Thumbs up, thumbs down in the chat. Dracula.
No, they're all like, not since season 1.
Someone's... Okay. Well, we'll talk about it real quick.
All right, well, let's take a break, and then we'll come back with our segment of Spooky Seconds.
God, they're going to hate it. Except for Alice. And we're back. Now we're going to talk about Dracula, Episode 4, Gods of Death, Part 1.
It's time for Spooky Seconds.
This one opens with a skit. We're back to the skits. Although it's not really a skit, it's them walking with their hands out forward at the camera for a good minute and a half.
What was that? Why did they spend so much time
I don't
doing
know.
that?
There's so much time that they could be using for other things in the episode, but instead, we're going to watch them walk.
It should just be more clips of Fantasia with her lower lip hanging.
You got to stop.
No, I'm talking about the meme with all the juice.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that thing that you said last week where you were making fun of the fact that she has too much filler in her bottom lip.
Didn't make
Now
fun.
they start
just
walking
called
at the
attention to.
Now they start walking at the camera, and then they it's awkward and it's long, and then they give us a recap of last week's episode after we watched a recap of last week's episode.
Yeah, I think you're right that they didn't know in production that Shudder was going to make recaps.
But then cut the first skit.
But then the show would be too short.
No, they
for
could add. There's a
streaming?
lot for a streaming platform.
Where you don't have to have an exact amount of show. Okay. So last week Orgotic was safe from the extermination. But there's some drama when they return because I guess they kind of flicked JK with some liquid.
They poured what's left of their drink, which was it looked like less than a shot, but They poured it on JK.
And JK was like, if you ever do that.
Someone just got up and left.
Well, it could be boring to some people.
Okay,
That's fine.
and JK was just like, that sucks. But also, I think
No, JK said, I will kick your ass if you ever pour another drink on me ever again.
But everyone was talking about it like it wasn't something offensive, and it's like, it is offensive. Like,
It is.
Someone else was like, who was it? I'm a ghost. Who's that? Jarvis was like, I don't think it was meant in a harmful way. And I was like, if you pour a drink on someone, it's rude.
Yeah.
It's like a huge sign of disrespect. To me, it's almost on the same level as spitting on someone.
Yeah, I agree.
And they just kind of breezed over it. Anyway.
So, in addition to Orgotic, Anna Phylactic returns.
Yes.
And Miss Blackberry
It must be nice to be friends with the Boulets.
Ooh, Miss
So
Blackberry is shocked. And Anna's like,
talks about being covered in the rats. And she was just like, it was scary, and they were nibbling on me, and they were biting my wig.
But Blackberry is shocked, and I don't think she's the only one. And this edit seems really heavy-handed towards Anna. It seems like every time they talk about someone being weak, every time they talk about someone not having enough personality, every time they talk about who's going home next, they cut to a shot of Anna. And so I'm like, I felt like the writing was on the wall, and I was surprised to later find out that she was safe. But we'll
also
get to
at the end of last week's episode, Satana was kept on being like, oh, I got to go home. Oh,
yeah,
I'm not
she
doing
was
well.
just done. She was like, goodbye.
She let them know.
So
that
this
she
week
wanted to
it's
leave.
the band group challenge, and honey, they've turned that amp up to 11. So it's the Monsters of Rock challenge. You know that's a Spinal Tap reference.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie ever. I'm young.
Oh, it's like improv comedy about rock bands.
Yeah.
And they talk about how their amp is really good because it goes all the way up to 11.
I need to watch it.
Okay. And so, but there's a twist for season 5 here, which is they're gonna do their looks first, and they're gonna do the floor show in their big hair, like metal band rock monster look,
And now
and then
big
they're
hair
gonna
was
make
specifically referenced. They said
big hair,
big hair.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
and then they're going to make an immediate extermination on the runway, and then whoever's left will be split into 2 groups to compete as a
Yes.
group.
Well, in the history of this show, this challenge has always been one of the biggest ones. It's always
Yeah, this is
been
like
huge.
Snatch Game, right?
Specifically, season 3, I believe, which is where they went and did it out in the desert, and actually performed for a huge audience. So this was
that
like a
was
really
cool.
big challenge before, and this time it just feels small. So I think adding the like immediate elimination makes it seem more interesting,
Right.
and making it a 2-part episode, I guess, seems interesting.
So there's a lot of jibber jabber in the what do they call that? The workroom, in the boudoir,
We call it the long table room.
in the long table room. But the height of it is that JK and Fantasia get into it a little bit, because JK basically asks what is clearly a producer question. JK goes, "So Fantasia, rock music isn't your usual wheelhouse," and she's like, "I'm an entertainer.
I can do anything. I can do anything.
I'm an entertainer. No one said that. All I said was this wasn't my usual arena." And JK's like, "Well, I guess I should have used the word arena, and you wouldn't have been upset." It felt.
I also
that
got
felt
some
crazy.
behind the scenes tea is that 4 of the contestants on this show were actually asked to be on it. They didn't audition, so they were
and
picked.
Fantasia would be one of them.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just bringing that information to light right now. I don't know.
I bet
who-
it was Fantasia.
I don't know who. I
Satana.
bet it was Satana, Anna
Anna,
Galactic.
and
Who could have been the 4th?
Throb,
Maybe JK
maybe?
was the 4th.
No.
Who do you think would be the 4th? Neo.
Oh, Neo.
Neo. Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
Neo.
That makes sense.
Okay, so there is drama
Fantasia-
between JK and Fantasia.
Which kind of makes sense. Like they are kind of the opposite poles of
Totally.
drag when you think about it.
And
then Fantasia reveals that she has like an extremely wild backstory where she was sleeping on sofas. She was arrested. She had a warrant out for 7 years.
7 years dodging a warrant. Wow.
That's insane.
And then she's like,
She couldn't get a job.
eventually-
She literally lived off of her drag, and she said sex work.
And then she eventually just like, 2 things are fucked up. One, that you would go to jail for months for writing a bad check.
A bad
for
check. We've all
food.
done that.
2, like when she eventually did like go serve her time, it was only 4 months. And so to have the 7 years of that weighing on you, and then to be able to sort of like figure it out in 4 months, that's like,
Yeah, and also
She
I
must
don't
have
think
felt
you
so
know
much
how
better
long it is.
after.
Like it could have been a year. Like she could have just been very scared and didn't
Yeah,
know
I
that it was
agree.
going to be only 4 months.
yeah, I'm not saying like I would like gladly walk into prison. I'm just saying like it is so wild that it was 4 months and then she was able to like close the chapter.
So then, after we hear all about that, we get back into the long table room when they're all kind of fucking around with their shit. And Barry tells Anna, "We're looking for the next drag super monster, not the next drag background singer." Bitch.
Why do you think Miss Blackberry has it out for Anna more so than other people?
You know that thing when you got to find the weakest link in the room and they got to be weaker than you?
Is that why you hang out with me?
You said it. So I think she's just calling her out because it's like everyone else knows kind of that Anna is the quiet, reserved girl.
Right.
And she may be an incredible drag artist, but it's like it's not really coming through yet.
Right.
And so she's just gonna get her. And Anna's acting all frustrated about it, but it's like she can register that. And she even in her confessional is like, well, they want me to be bigger and louder and meaner, but that's just not who I am.
And this is not a new storyline on Dragula. This happened with Saint.
Yeah, Shudder gives you a 1-month free trial, so you can just keep changing emails.
Meatball is talking to people in the chat for those of you listening at home.
Sorry.
But like this happened with Saint a lot, where they were like, they keep wanting you to have a bigger personality, and then you're not giving them that personality. And Saint kept being like, this is just who I am. It's like, this is a good plot line for like 1, maybe 2 episodes. But once it gets past like 3 episodes, like the writing's on the wall. Not everyone makes it to the final. And like, based on at least last week, I'm like, Anna is only here for a short time. Like, she's going to go home.
She's here for a good time, not a long time.
Well, she's here for a subdued time.
She's here to be there.
She's here to be there.
There.
Okay, and then we have this like weird moment where Cynthia takes JK into the other room to like talk to them, and they've had like a lot of beef and weirdness between them, and then JK breaks down and starts crying to
After
Cynthia.
like trying to get a couple jokes out.
And Cynthia's like, obviously your name is JK because you just want to make a joke about everything, but you're really hiding who you are. And I'm just like, damn, Cynthia.
Cynthia came to eat and read, and she did. And I like that about her. And she made JK cry. But didn't it feel like I was like, uh-oh, this is time for it's like JK's storyline is like kind of getting wrapped up a little bit. So I was like, they're either going home now or next week.
You know, not to compare this show to Dracula, but they really
But
did
they're
it to
really doing a
themselves
good
with
job
the
of doing
lip
that.
sync this week. But JK is giving Shangela.
Shangela. Okay. A little bit.
Because like sort of like maybe a little rough around the edges at some point, but a really great performer, totally charismatic in the interview, but everyone is underestimating them. Like I feel like there's a lot of that.
Well,
sort
yes,
of
everyone
underdog.
was definitely underestimating them.
Yeah. Okay, so for the floor show, it's just the Boulet brothers.
It's just the
They're-
Boulets, and they do a fun little skit where they talk at each other.
Yeah, they're like, this week's guest judge, Swan Thula.
Now, have you seen the TikTok? I'll send it to you if I can find it.
With
But
Matty
someone says,
Morphosis and the Bugles.
no, that one's good too. But there's a new one where someone says she sounds like a chair being pulled across the floor, and then they do it, and it's identical. Anyway, so they do a little back and forth where they, I guess, maybe a guest judge had COVID and so no one was there, or they just had an extra filming day. So they're both the judges.
Right. And what did you think of their looks?
Cunt, slay, the fiery, I don't know. They always look good, except for last week, the hotel episode.
See,
was the
I think
worst
they
that
look
they've
good.
ever
I just
looked
didn't
good.
get it.
I don't think it was anything. I think it was just like
It was shapes.
someone
was shapes
made
and fabrics.
shapes and they put them on their body. Like,
Shapes and fabrics. I didn't understand the hair this week.
oh, they weren't. Okay, so
was
the
like,
tall
is
one's
it up?
hair looked good,
Is it
but
up?
the little
or
one's
is
hair
it
looked like it
down?
got squashed in the box when it was mailed. Like it didn't. They didn't. Their hair usually matches and is opposite.
You think someone's mailing them that hair?
Yeah. Do you think Marcos Wigs is coming to LA to make them their hair?
Where does Marcos
putting
Wiggs
them-
live?
New York.
Oh.
They're putting
Well,
them in
it's a
boxes.
TV
You've
show.
never, you know, girls get their hair mailed. I get some of my wigs mailed to me. They put them in a box on a head, and then you have to be.
And
home
there's
when it
no
gets
one there going wig, 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 like on
No,
set.
you put it in the box. Oh, on set? Probably not. No.
It's a full TV show now.
Yeah,
All right.
but I don't think they have a wig artist on set.
So
I think that
any
they
of
buy
these
their wigs. Also, just another thing that I heard was that remember how they were like, "Oh, we're standing with SAG, so we're not gonna do a premiere."
Yes.
Well, they were filming while the SAG strike was happening. So pick a side.
Well, it's a non-union show.
But if pick a side,
Scab.
scab.
Pick
But
a
they're not
scab.
scabbing. But just don't say that you're gonna stand with them if you're not gonna stand with them.
What were they filming? The reunion?
I think they were still filming the show.
Oh shit!
Anyway, JK is up for
What looks stood out to you?
I think Niahuru stood out as like cunt. I
Sure.
like,
but I didn't
or-
get rock and roll from it.
no, but her looks are always like kind of not on.
It looked
me.
like graphic novel villain who like sings into the microphone and it like amplifies like a poisonous like ear sound or something. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
didn't look like I'm gonna do a rock show.
And I would have liked Blackberries had there been the mohawk, but I think that there was like a sweaty issue and she couldn't get it on. But I think that the shoulder piece was incredible, and for a big girl to serve body like that, next level.
Yes.
I liked Orgotic's look, but I need something new with the face. I'm tired of the saran wrap face.
Yes, but that was it. I mean, it really felt like that. Do you know that band Guar?
Yes.
It really felt like very adjacent to that, which I think is like what they were going for.
We're gonna
That
have a lot
one
of
was like
ceiling fans from the audience.
really a serve for me. And I did like Blackberries, but I would have loved to see it with the Mohawk spikes.
I wanted to see it with the mohawk spikes,
Yeah, for sure.
but no one
Okay,
gets body quite like.
And then
Blackberry.
I really did think Fantasia really slayed, and she was exactly on the prompt, which was big hair. Like, not enough people were like the hair focus. It was like hair metal, big monster band, goth rock.
And then also there was
drag.
a surprise from it. It wasn't just like she came out, did her thing. She like did the reveal, and a bunch of confetti came out.
And
it
honey,
was like
I
there
bet
was a
those
gag.
producers were gooning until
I mean,
their
the Boulets said
pre-cum
that they
was-
hadn't heard their staff, what'd she call them, production team, make a noise or gasp like that ever before.
Yeah, and to have that whole conversation happen with JK, where JK was like, "Well, I have a win, and you don't have a win, and this is not in your arena," and like that whole back and forth, and then to have Fantasia win, incredible.
Incredible.
So Fantasia's
but
our
unfortunately,
winner.
JK came out looking like a little scene kid, which was not the prompt.
She was really crawling in my skin.
Yes, very that.
You know the rest of that?
I wasn't really big into who was that? Not Sum 41. What was the name of
Tattoo?
that band?
Wake me up inside.
That wasn't Tattoo. That's Evanescence, baby.
Evanescence.
Anyway, so JK is up for extermination, and so is Jarvis, because
Our
Jarvis's
ghost dad.
look missed the mark so much. And when they started saying thing 1 and thing 2, like she looked like
The
satanic
color
thing
scheme
3,
was crazy.
lost my mind. But I understand what they were going for, but also not on brand, I guess.
Yeah, that was
So
wild.
they have to lip sync, which I knew that JK was a lip syncer because I've seen them perform in Brooklyn, but I was like, oh God, Jarvis is going to eat him up. Because I thought Jarvis was like a performer. I thought
But
that
this
was
was kind of a
judged.
gag because no one, like, there must have been some sort of communication in production where they were like, learn this song. Like, you will need to know the words to this song. You will need to lip sync this song at some point. And they do sometimes on the floor show do a lip sync performance as part of the floor
Dua
show
Lipa.
presentation. But they have never, I'm gonna go Houdini. They have never they should do they should do a Houdini challenge where they have to be submerged in water and unlock themselves in order to live. They have never done this like smackdown lip sync battle, aka lip sync for your life.
No, they haven't, and I'm glad that they did. They're really leaning in, and I know it was everyone's favorite part of the episode. So guess what? It's probably gonna happen a lot more often, and we're just gonna start
So
calling it
wild.
Spooky Drag Race.
Spooky Drag Race, honey. So JK turned it, Jarvis went home,
Jarvis.
and the Boulets were like, well, next week is part 2, and you're doing the group challenge.
Where
so
you have to live sing, which I
Yes.
can't wait to hear Cynthia Doll's voice singing something.
Wait, they don't live
There's the door, bitch!
They
Not
don't
live
live
sing,
sing.
sorry.
They
Record.
and they perform to their own voice, which is
Which
also
is,
very Drag Race.
We can't keep making that comparison. They've worked so hard to make it different and somehow exactly the same.
Oh yeah, weren't
So-
they on a news program recently and they were like, it's like Project Runway meets Fear Factor.
Fear Factor.
Right?
Yes. And someone posted that and on
It was
TikTok.
try
and they were
not to
like,
say Drag Race challenge.
try not to say Drag Race, try not to say Drag Race, try not to say Drag Race.
Oh my god.
So Fantasia is going to be the lead singer of a band. So is Neo.
Nope.
Well, that's what this outline here says.
No, Neo is not also
Oh.
going to be a lead singer.
Neo, Anna, and Blackberry are in Fantasia's band, and then Orgotic, Cynthia, and Throb and JK are in the other band. Which team would you rather be on?
I feel like being in a band with Fantasia and Blackberry would be really fun, and like Neo's look is gonna be really great, and you just
Anna's
sort of
there.
hide Anna.
Hide her behind the bodies, like a precinct when you want to fuck.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be better individual performances in Fantasia's band, but I feel like Orgotix is going to be more
Yeah, I would want to be an Orgotix with
unified.
Cynthia and Throb
Because
and
Throb
JK.
doesn't play games.
No, they do not. And
All right,
so
well, we did
they
it.
end the episode by giving us the beginning of what do they call that?
A cliffhanger.
Untucked, where it turns to black and white and you hear dun dun dun. Anyway, we did it. Dragula. That's it, baby. And we'll be right back after this break.
Spooky seconds.
And we're back. Okay, the whole time Big Dipper was gone, I knew exactly where he was, and he kept lying. He kept on sending me videos being like, I'm in LA. And I would look in the background and I would like look up what kind of tree was there. And I was like, that's not an indigenous tree to Los Angeles. And then he sent me a video of him like on a hike with a man that doesn't live in Los Angeles. And he was like, look, we're in Los Angeles. And then showed me a cityscape that is not Los Angeles. What do you think he was doing? Fucking strangers in a... Oh, he's back. What's up?
I had some business to attend to.
It was cock business.
No, it was work business. You don't know what I'm up to. Should we listen to some voicemails?
Yes!
Yes, bitch. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 options for today.
Now,
Put
did
in the
you
chat
leave in
what
any...
number.
put it in the chat what number, but did you leave any of the new ones where they read you to fill? Or did you
I
leave
did
those
not
out?
include those.
Okay, because I do like those. Okay, so let's do 5, 2, and 4.
In that order?
Well, that's just the order that they came up in the
Hi,
chat.
Flops. So, like 2 weeks ago, you were talking about getting cancer from sucking dick and cock, and I wanted to say, well, I'm a dentist, so this is in my purview, but oral and
dentists knew
oral
about cancer.
pharyngeal, so pharyngeal means like throat, so these cancers, they used to always be caused by smoking and drinking, but nowadays they have mostly been caused by the human papillomavirus, iconically known as HPV, which most people know is causing cervical cancer in women or those who were assigned female at birth. But nowadays, HPV causes oral pharyngeal cancer a lot more than smoking and drinking. So that is all to say that that article that you all were talking about is true. So make sure that you get your Gardasil vaccine if you have not already gotten it, because HPV is not it, and I don't want you all to be getting oropharyngeal cancer. So anyway, that's just a little note from a dentist who lives in New York. Anyway, so well, that's all. Goodbye, 80.
80.
I'll tell you, I got my Gardasil vaccine.
I know you did.
I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, because I'm also in the bitch. I'm getting every vaccine. I'm in the middle of my like re-upping my like hepatitis vaccines. I think the Gardasil is like it's 3 shots. I think it's like 1, and then a month later, and then 6 months later, or 4 months later. But Alice, I'm sure, is looking it up right now. Go get that shit, because you can now get it up until you're 40 if anyone's young.
Oh, is that why you're working on it? Because you're...
Well, I already got it. But I was originally not going to get it because they originally didn't like say it worked for people over certain ages.
Some people are like, I think I got that when I was 16. And I was like, yeah, you were probably 20 years younger than us now.
Yeah,
like,
if you're like in your 20s, if you're in your 20s, you probably got it already. But our age, we didn't get it. And so you can go back and retroactively get it. And it's great because it protects against HPV. Gardasil. And when it rolled out, they only recommended it for cis women. Yes, Jonathan,
yes,
you're correct.
That's very true. And it was only for cervical cancer.
Yeah.
We didn't know. Okay, so what was it? 5, 2, 4?
2.
Hi, Neat B and Deep B. I have a little
No,
fuck talk
next.
story that I wanted to share.
You want me to skip it?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Deep V. Remember those? Remember
Oh,
those
from
super
American
deep
Apparel,
Vs?
you would wear the super deep V,
Ew.
but then I was
Below
afraid
the
of my chest hair,
sternum.
so I would wear a shirt over it, and I would look like a superhero.
Hold on.
Shirt under it. Sorry.
Hold on. You would wear a crew neck shirt and then a deep V?
Yes, but everyone was layering. It was the early 2000s.
And then the next day you'd wear 2 polo shirts.
And
One
go straight to work at J. Crew.
Right on top
A
of the
salmon
other.
on top of a baby blue.
No. Double pop. Okay, here we go.
So the other day, I was, minding my business, doing my thing, checking the apps, and I found someone on Sniffies in an Amazon delivery jacket. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, is this going to happen? So I start messaging them, and they were like, yeah, I can go for a blow and go real quick, shoot me your address.
Well, he's got deliveries to make.
Already excited. Amazon delivery driver. That's like a fantasy now? I guess it's a uniform. So the guy is having trouble finding my place, which is honestly the first red flag. And he comes in, he's got a little vest on, sunglasses, and he's like, okay, I'm going to suck you off. Hits the poppers and does his thing. And it was great. It was actually really, really good. And then he slops up, gives a swallow, and he's like, okay, yeah, well, I got to go back to this undisclosed location. And I was like, I didn't know Amazon did deliveries from that undisclosed location. And then he proceeded to tell me, I'm not working for Amazon. I'm just cosplaying. It helps me get some quick blow and goes. And I was just stunned. And I was, okay, sure, yeah, here's the door.
There's the door.
I guess I didn't fulfill my fantasy, but almost. I almost felt like if he would have lied, it would have been okay. But that's my fuck talk story of a fake Amazon driver. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. My favorite part of that was he couldn't find my house. Should have been a clue.
Yeah, that was the first red flag, Diva.
I mean, you enjoyed it. I mean, who cares if it was a lie? It was believable at the beginning.
Very Trisha coded. Very
Trisha coded.
I'm cosplaying as like a
A
general
Burger King
large
employee.
scale company chain employee.
Oh, I don't work for Amazon. I just do this for quickies. Genius.
Which I
Genius.
love, but I think our caller is right. He should have just lied the whole way.
Yeah, he should
Just
have
been like,
come out
I'm
and
back
told
to
the
do
truth.
my deliveries. Like, why did you say, oh no, I just do this?
Also, that would be hard to do to someone like me when I could like see you pull up in a regular sedan, and I'd be like, "Oh,
I'll
when
tell
is
you-
Amazon delivering out of these?"
They sometimes, especially now in the holiday season, they offload work to anybody, and sometimes you're getting deliveries not specifically in a truck.
Oh, someone just asked, "When do we get to talk?" At the end. You wait till the end, and then we talk to you.
Ah! When do we get to talk? Okay.
What was it? 1, 5, 5,
Who
3,
knows?
5, 2, 4,
this one-
4, or whatever. Play whichever one you.
Hey,
like.
Fox. So yeah, it's now 1 a.m. I'm sitting in the parking lot of a grocery store in my hometown the night before Thanksgiving, and I had made plans with a pair of dads at the beginning of the day who have now stood me up, and I am stuck in one of my parents' cars, and I have to pee like a fucking racehorse. Yeah. I mean, this is the holidays, I guess. I have to be up to start cooking this turkey in about 7 hours, so
I hope it's with brining.
we'll see. This is just my luck, I guess, wanting for some holiday ass. Anyway, goodbye! Oh, shit, that wasn't that good. Anyway, bye.
Okay, and there's a part 2.
I know I just called earlier, but I do have an update. Yes, the daddies never messaged me back, but all hope is not lost. I found some great head in the parking lot of a different restaurant establishment. It is truly a happy Thanksgiving, or Thanks-taking, as me and my friends call it. Yeah, Love the podcast. Talk to you all later. Bye.
Well, good. I love that it has a happy ending. I mean, getting stood up is like part of the apps, right?
Alice, I agree. Found head in a parking lot. Go off,
Yeah.
sis.
I found it.
I found it.
I was missing. It was missing, and now it's in my life.
You know what though? I really relate, and maybe other people can either in the Zoom call or listening relate to that thing.
One
when
piece
you're
of
like,
head, please.
You're like at home, you're visiting your family, and you're like, I know there's dick to be had, but I have to leave the house and I can't return. There has to be a solid plan of action. I have to come up with some excuse that takes me away for 3 or 4 hours that isn't, I'm just trolling for dick and I need to be flexible and borrow your car, mom. Like, it's got to be like oh yeah, Sarah's back randomly visiting her family, but she's going through something, so I'm gonna go meet her at the the Denny's, and we're just gonna like have an old high school moment and like talk through her divorce or whatever. And meanwhile, you're like parked at the forest preserve waiting to suck someone's dick in the parking lot.
Oh yeah.
Anyone?
Yeah.
Hands?
Anyone else?
Just me?
Anyone else at the Forest Preserve?
Okay, Randy knows. Thank you.
Randy knows what's up.
I had a potential hookup in New Mexico, and a week before,
He named it. You said it. You admit.
I was in New Mexico with my family for Thanksgiving. Now, the trip before that was not New Mexico. But I had a potential hookups
Someone near Panera Bread.
somewhere near a Panera Bread in all of America. I had a potential hookup for that Wednesday of Thanksgiving the night before, and I had to like preemptively tell my mom. I was like, "Oh yeah, and I think my friend Dennis happens to randomly gonna be in like New Mexico as well, so I think we might go out Wednesday night, like just to give myself the
You're
out."
dumb if you think your mom doesn't know.
She did not know that I smoked cigarettes for 8 solid years, and I was living in the house with her for 2 of them.
Oh God. I don't think your parents loved you.
That lady dense. She doesn't know about sex.
She don't know about sex and she don't know how to season some fucking food either.
I did that and it was seasoned. Have you ever heard of white pepper? You can't see it on the camera. Alternatively,
That
white,
kind of
white
story
pepper
kind
was
of
my
reminds me going back.
other rap name. Had I not been Big Dipper, I'm just gonna keep going.
That kind of reminds me of a story because, like, when you back in the day when I would like try to hook up with couples, that like being ghosted or like not talked to would happen a lot more because it was always they have to agree on you, and oftentimes they're both into different things, and it's like hard to agree on somebody. But I remember a very long time ago, I was talking to one guy, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you've talked to my husband on this app." It was Growler, I think. And I was like, "Oh yeah." And he was like, "Do you want to come over and we could all 3 do something?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll swing by later tonight." And he's like, "Yeah, when I get off work, let's do something." But then
Okay.
his husband was messaging me separately, being like, "Do you want to come over right now?" And so
Ooh.
I was like, "Oh." And then I messaged the other husband, and I was like, "Hey, well, your husband wants me to come over now." And he's like, "Well, yeah, I don't mind if you do that. Just make sure you come back later." And I was like, "Yeah, that's something I can totally do." And then after I hooked up, went and hooked up with the first husband. I never went back. And he got in my inbox so pissed.
What did he say?
He was just like, "I knew that was going to happen. Why did you do that? Blah, 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 blah. Like, you're never coming back over again." Guess what? I hooked up with that other husband like 6 or 7 times after that.
Oh, so you're messy, honey.
What? But you know what was even weirder? Was that there was like pictures of them all over the bedroom.
In their own home? Why is that weird?
I don't know. Just like in your bed. Like multiple like those big frames where you can put like 6 photos each, but there was like 8 of them in the room. Like that's a lot. That's a lot.
I want to watch the Hallmark film, the holiday Hallmark film called The Other Husband.
And he's always creeping around.
Oh, so it's actually a Halloween film? The Other Husband. Okay.
What, can we do one more call before we go?
Yeah.
Hello, Big Dipper and Meatball. I just wanted to very quickly share with you
We better
a grinder message that I just received from a gentleman who says that he wants to eat the Thanksgiving dinner out of me. Yeah. Goodbye.
Listen, I'm not Mother Teresa. I'm not shitting in no one's mouth. Or no, she likes to get shit in, on, about.
She likes to be shit about.
That's gross. Did they just mean that in like, I want to eat your ass so deep? Or do you think he meant like poop on me? I get poop shy.
I think you meant poop.
Anyone, raise your hand if you're in the chat and you like to get shit on.
No one's raising their hand, Diva.
Well, yeah, of course. Of course they're not. Randy? Alice?
I'm gonna say it.
Period.
Morticia.
Morticia raised her hand.
Not a Swiftie, but I'm pretty sure that Katy Perry is the one who stole Taylor Swift's team. Yeah, not the other way around. Katy Perry is a monster. Goodbye!
Meatball, we will not stand for misinformation on this podcast.
That's true. That's not something that we do here. You're right. It was Katy Perry who stole Taylor Swift's tour team, and then Taylor Swift wrote Bad Blood about it.
Right.
Because she was like, we were friends, but then you stole my tour team. But to be honest, Taylor Swift really came out on top of that. And all we have is Swish Swish Bish.
Starring Jinx Monsoon.
I was in that music video.
You bring it up often.
Every single time. And I will tell you, Katy Perry grabbed on to my friend Pickle when she was talking to the the group of drag queens.
Your
She
what,
held her
Pickle?
hand, my frenemy, Pickle, and held her hand so tight that Pickle's hand was like white. Because she was talking to us, but she I don't think she wanted to speak with us. I don't think she wanted to talk to anybody, because this is when Katy was going through her meltdown era. Remember when she shaved her head and lived in that house and was live streaming it, and then
Yeah, she was bearing witness. That was that album cycle with the eyes and all that stuff.
So, but in between takes, she was so disconnected from everybody. She would turn her eyes would just go dead, and she would sit in this chair, and they would bring puppies to her, and they would lay these puppies on her chest. And then when it was time for her to get called up, these puppy handlers would come, pick the puppies up, take the blanket off of her, and then she would walk up and turn it back on. It was the most psycho experience I've ever been a part of, and I ruined my costume.
Would you still be wearing that costume?
If they would have let me kept it, I would have. But they took.
Oh, you ruined it on purpose.
Yeah, because we weren't allowed to keep it. So I was like, I'm gonna eat so much salsa.
All right. Well, we've made it to the end. So, does anyone in the Zoom call have a question that they want to pose, or anything they want to say out loud to us here on the podcast? All you have to do is just raise your little hand.
I'm unmuted. Hello.
Hi, Anna.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. So, since I sent in my fuck talk, I now have another story. So, shall I give you an option, or do you want to hear the original fuck talk?
Well, which
you
one do you
sent
think
one
is
in
better?
and we didn't choose it.
Yeah.
Were you long-winded?
Yeah, a little long-winded, just
Uh-oh.
a little. Yeah. I can try and okay. Do you want?
Well,
the
I have
long-winded
dinner
one?
reservations, so don't fuck around here, Randy.
All right. So the one that I had sent in was one of the first times that I'd ever gone to the Eagle alone by myself. I was sitting at a bar playing, the video spot the picture difference kind of thing.
I love that.
That thing.
And it's always dicks, right?
Yeah, it's always dicks. So I
Hell
was sitting there
yeah.
playing that by myself, and this daddy walks up to me, and he's talking to me, and I'm just drinking and playing this, and then I just feel something slapping on my leg, and I look down, and it's his giant dick just flapping around on my leg.
Okay. Well,
Didn't
now
we talk about this?
I got a little tickle in my thigh.
Did we?
Keep going.
I
So-
feel like we talked about this, but keep going.
Keep going.
So I was like, oh, hello, there's a dick on my leg. So of course I went to the dark
We
part
did
of the...
talk about this.
on the
Keep
podcast?
going. Keep going. Yes.
When?
Fuck if we know. We do
Well,
2 of these a
we
week.
do 2 a
Randy.
week. Who
Come on.
cares?
Okay,
We don't
I
know
haven't
what's
heard it
going
yet.
on.
Okay, well, needless to say, I sucked the dick. It was a great dick. I think about this dick quite often, and there's been a few interactions since then.
Now, which eagle is this?
It was in Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay.
Gotta fly out.
Yeah.
That eagle is nice.
Well-
Okay. So yes,
Everyone in the chat
continue.
is being like, "We've
We
heard
heard
this."
it, we heard
Can't
it, we heard
confirm,
it.
God
I do
damn it!
remember.
Oh fuck. Okay, sorry. Maybe I'm backlogged. Can I tell the other one then, real quick? Or
Well,
should I
what's the end of
shuffle off?
this?
Oh, yeah,
What's
how'd
this,
that one end?
What's
You
the
just
end
miss
of
it?
this
Oh
story?
well, what I asked in the
Is it sexual assault?
Yes, did I get sexually assaulted?
That's that thing where it's like you're
Because I liked
in
it.
the
I liked it.
eagle.
Yeah.
Yes. So no. If you liked it, no.
But the problem is, and this is what we discussed on the pod,
That's not right at all.
when you listen back to this,
Okay.
when you find it,
Who was the guest? Who was the guest?
I think it
So I
was a
can-
Tuesday episode. I think it was just us.
Okay.
But what we talked about is like if you were there just to play a game or just to meet a friend, like by walking into the Eagle, you are not consenting to have some random person's genitals touch your body.
Yeah. Were you
Yeah.
dressed like you wanted it?
And the way you told
I was
the
wearing a
sto-
shirt that said "Give it to me." I mean, does
Oh,
that?
wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
wow.
No.
And the
Yeah.
way you told the story, you said all of a sudden I looked down and it's there. Not like you were making eyes with the guy and you guys sort
Exactly.
of cheers across the bar and he took
Yeah.
that as a hint. So I mean, theoretically, it's a 50-50 chance that the person that happens to is either completely traumatized and it's totally an assault, or they suck your dick
Well,
in the
it's
back
still. I do
Yeah.
think it. I mean, to
You
be
are in
honest,
a
it
sexual
is-
place.
You are in a sexual place.
Yes.
So
yeah,
there
yeah.
is a sense of like grabby is like maybe okay. You had the opportunity to say no or like ooh get away from me. So and you didn't.
Well, you didn't have to say
Yeah,
ew.
I think it's
Just say
interesting that he
get away.
targeted in on
Well,
me.
if it
He's
was
like,
gross,
that
I would have
one's-
said ooh.
I think
If
it's
it was
funny
a
that
gross dick, you probably would have said ew, right?
Let
Randy?
Randy talk.
Yes, I would have.
It's
I would have.
funny that
That he just zeroed in on me and was like, "This one's gonna be okay with it." You know, like, how did he know? How did he know?
You got that. To be honest, Randy, you got
It's the
that kind of
mustache.
look.
Yeah,
you
it's
got
the
that
mustache.
face.
Thank you.
Last
Yeah.
time I was at the Eagle out here, it was for that Mr. Bear LA contest, and
Yeah.
I went to go pee in the trough bathroom because they had closed down the back one.
I
And
don't
a
think
nice
they
little
closed it down. I think someone was doing cocaine in it.
No, it had a close sign. And a nice little man.
That's what you put up when you're doing drugs in the back room.
Well, I didn't know I got to start traveling around with my own clothes sign.
No, it's behind the bar. You just ask for it.
So I was peeing, and this nice little French man came into the bathroom and was like standing next to me, and then put his face down next to my dick and went, "Can I drink?"
Oh wow.
And what did you say?
I said no.
You didn't say wee wee to the nice French man?
Jesus Christ.
I said no. I've thought back and I was like, should I have just let him drink my pee? But then I was like, I don't know what boundary that's crossing and like if it's weird. So I said no.
I understand the impulse,
That's
but
fair.
also it's like, go for
I
it.
also thought like once he gets his face down there, am I gonna just stop peeing because I'm scared?
What if he did a big inhale and then he quoted Kenya Michaels?
Am I still in
Love.
here?
No.
No,
Oh.
we can
I'll
hear
still
you,
hear
Randy.
you.
So-
Mariah, get rid of Randy!
Hey, Randy,
Well,
take off.
okay, am I muted now?
No.
No, we can hear you. We're muting you now. Come on,
No.
answer my joke question, Meatball. What if he got down low, took a big inhale, and then quoted Kenya Michaels and said,
I just love the smell of it.
"I kind of like."
Oh,
the
I kind of like the
smell."
smell.
Come on.
And I'm sorry, the other one is I like it to move my body.
body. That's right. Okay.
Who else has a question? Let's do this for like 10 more minutes.
Oh, you really want to go there, huh, Meatball?
Well, they're here and they had to listen to that Dracula shit. So
Okay, Justin Miller, raise your hand.
Peter Bacon, love your last name.
How about that
Look at cute dog. What's that? An Aussie? What do they call those?
When is the next Virgil show? Because
When
definitely
is the next
wanna go to
Virgil
that.
show, Dip?
Let me tell you, I emailed the Virgil like 2 months ago, and I was like, "Hey, we want to do end of your live podcast. What's your schedule like?" No response.
That's weird.
So
maybe they don't like us.
maybe earlier in the new year, but I'm trying. I'd like to do one.
I like it there, but maybe they don't like us.
gays
No, because they just had Persuasion there on Gina's All Asian show.
at the Virgil.
Yeah.
Girl, we really set the tone because there was no gay shit happening.
No
at
one
the
was
Virgil,
doing shit there.
And then I started producing some podcasts there.
But here, can I say something? And please don't take it as a read.
I don't produce well.
No, I think you produce very well. But I think maybe a little too good for the Virgil. Like you might be asking a little too much when you send them emails, or like maybe a little too over communicative.
I agree. But they
So
always
maybe
fall
he's
short.
like, I don't
no
want to
matter
deal
what.
with this guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
And it's not a read. I think you're very good at your job.
Uh-huh.
But for a venue like that, they probably just want like a, what do you want? Lights, sound. And we're always like, we need 120 chairs. We need 2 cameras set up. We need 3 bartenders. It's never just like a easy, like, we'll open the doors and let you live.
To quote Morgan McMichaels, why are you mad though?
I'm not.
Why are you mad?
Very happy. I love doing the live shows there. So if I would love to do more there.
Thank
Thank
you all so much for being here
listening.
with us. You want to end? Take us out, Paul?
Thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode of Sloppy Seconds. You can follow us on Instagram at at SloppyPod. You can send us an email to sloppysecondspod@gmail.com or call in with your own fuck talk story to 213-536-9180. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't ever miss an episode, which come out every Tuesday and Friday.
If you're not a Mom Plus Gold subscriber and you're listening to this, you could be like one of these superstar Mom Plus Gold subscribers in the chat, on the Zoom call with us when we're recording a podcast. That could be you. Also a Mom Plus Gold, you get weekly episodes of More Very Delta, The Hijinks Line. We just filmed a new show that's coming out in January that looks really sickening. Oh, wait. Mariah, could I stop the recording and preview that show to these people?
Yes. Ooh, secret preview.
Okay, I'm going to do that. So sign up for Mom Plus Gold at mompodcast.plus.
And hit the slay button, faggot. To get access to our full uncensored video episodes ad-free and one day early, sign up for Mom Plus Gold at mompodcast.plus.
Sloppy Seconds is produced by Moguls of Media, aka Mom.
Hosted by Big Dipper and Meatball.
Engineered by Margot Padilla.
Editing and sound design by William Pitts.
Executive produced by Willem, Alaska Thunderfuck, Big Dipper, and Joe Cilio.
Our artwork was drawn by Christian Cimarroni.
And our theme song was written by Mike Malarkey.